Welcome to Sportswave Champions Insight and Mindset Moment. This is a session where we get to talk to our champions, our sports champions, to understand their mindset, perspective, insight in both their professional and personal life. Today we are glad to have Mercy Wanyama, a professional basketball player, currently based in Lithuania and a member of Kenya lioness women's team. Mercy has represented Kenya and won in many locals, international, Afro basket and Fiba tournaments since she started playing as a teenager. And recently, she led the Kenyan ladies 3x3 team to win the Fiba Africa Cup 2023 in Cairo. Welcome, Mercy.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah. Just briefly, would like you to describe how you felt when the team won the African Fiba Cup 3x3.
It was amazing. Those are one of the moments that I don't think I'll ever forget about. It was amazing. It felt good. Being my first time playing 3x3, it was a big achievement for me. And I think also it was a big achievement for my country, Kenya, too, because we have not been participating in 3x3 ever since they started it. None of us expected to be, to reach where we reached. So I'll say it's amazing. I'm still happy. Like, I just feel like I still can't believe that we got where we got. Like, it's just amazing feeling.
Yeah, it's just a step away to the Olympics. I know you have one tournament to go for, and I believe you guys are preparing and ready for it. But before you respond to that, how you play five-a-side, and this was your first time playing the three-a-side. How did it feel? How different was it? And what challenges did you face?
It was a bit challenging for me, but as professional as I am, I'm quick at getting things. I'm that kind of a player who I learned how to fit in quickly. I learned how to get into the game and fit in. In five aside, me being a big man or power forward, we are used on guard, bringing the ball, calling the plays, controlling the, everything, the whole game. But in 3x3, you have to be on toes all the time. You have to be aware. The quickness is there. You have to play a good defense. It really exposes you as a player. It shows what kind of a player you have to be good at defense. You have to pick rebounds. Offensive also, you have to work on that as well. So that's the challenge, like the quickness, and you have to be aware all the time. And like five-a-side, we all depend on each other. Like there's some, there's a plays, there's a way we move. So yeah, that's the difference. The awareness also was a big challenge, and the speed. But to me, I'd say that, playing in Spain just it was awesome experience for me, because I was able to fit in.
All right. It's good you adjusted very fast and gelled with the team. It's not easy coming from playing a relaxed game to a game that there's no rest. There's no, let's fall back, defense. It's, grab and throw.
Yeah. That's also the time.
Yeah, so now, is it that you said you guys never expected to win?
Mm-hmm.
But of course, you were prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the preparations you guys had prepared you for such a tough tournament and game, or it was just a lucky day for your team?
It wasn't a lucky day. We were well prepared. I personally, when I got to the camp, girls were working already, waking up at 5. So the time was reducing according to, the also because the days were, we had like few days left. But I remember for me, personally, I'll wake up at 5 in the morning. I'm in the gym with Coach Harry. We're already working on my, I'm lifting weights. I'm there sliding and doing all that, working on my my defense. And I remember telling him, I'm sweating right now, but somebody has to pay. I told him, like, I feel sorry for my opponent because she's gonna be in trouble. Things are going to be, I literally told him, like, I feel sorry for my opponents. I'm gonna work hard here. It's painful. I'll keep on pushing, but I feel sorry for my opponents. So it's something that we really worked for. It's something that we were ready for. It's something that we are all ready to, to give our best, to give it all. As you know, the way our coach Evelyn Kendogo said, yeah, they really trusted on us. We had, nothing short of win, so we were just well prepared. It wasn't a luck, that we were very well prepared. I think also God saw our efforts. Yeah, because we are all working hard. We were working hard that it was even difficult to pick the 4 players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a challenge picking a team spot.
Yeah.
So you've mentioned gym workouts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think most athletes in Kenya go for the gym workouts. They hardly do that. How does it impact in your performance as a professional player?
Gym workout is very important. You need to be strong, mentally, physically, emotionally. Physically, you need to lift weights. So I personally go to the gym. I'll go 5 days in a week. Just to, yes, in a week. Not to carry hard weights, but just to, light weights, to keep just to make sure that you're still strong physically. It's very important. All the teams should be, if you're any player, as long as you're in sports, it's very important to have gym sessions.
Mm.
It's very important because at the end of the day, as much as there's some games that, all the games you need to play very aggressive, and you have to be physically fit. You have to have that strength, and that way, there's a lot in there to pick from the gym. So lift weights, it's very, very important.
Okay, so as a basketball player, are there specific exercises that you routinely do, or you just do a full body workout whenever you go to the gym?
As it depends. As a basketball player, it depends. If there's a way, when we're off season, we lift heavier ones, to prepare us for when the season starts. But when the season is still on, we lift light, but we do our hands. We do full body sometimes, depending on the schedule. Sometimes we do our hands. There's a time we just have upper body. There's a time we just have lower body. There's a time we have, like, one session, but it's full body. So also it depends with the schedule, and we always have a trainer how he feel like depending on his schedule.
Yes, you've mentioned something very key, which not most people would understand or know in terms of training during off-season and in-season. You mentioned that off-season you train heavy, and when you train heavy, basically you are trying to build muscles, bulk up, build the muscle fibers, the strength of the muscles. And while in training, while in competition, now you need not to lift heavy, but to speed, fastness, the fibers to be lean so that you are weak and, and strong enough. So beside the gym work, is there any tactical or technical thing that the team went through, or that a plan that the team adapted for this tournament that you guys won in Egypt?
Yeah, we had we also had some ball work. We'll also had to rest. Even resting is very important. We can't keep on training the whole time. At some point, the body gets tired. So at some point, we had to rest. We were given some resting days, which is very important. And also at that time, we'll ice, it's important to take care of your body muscles. It's important to take care of body tissues. Very important to take care of your mental health as well. That's when you as a player, you need to do the ice bath. The team doctor has to check you if you have injuries, and you need to ice your knees. Yeah, so that's what we do when we have at the free time. So also when you have a free time, when you're told to relax, it's very important as well to relax. So that was part of it.
So preparations were different this time around, and it worked. And you would recommend it for future?
Yeah.
Would you recommend it for future preparations, tournaments?
Yes.
Especially
Yes.
that now you're going for the last tournament, the universality tournament for the Olympics. Do you have an idea of which kind of teams you'll meet there already?
I'm not sure about the teams already. Not really, but all I know is it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very tough. It won't be easy. So I think that, and I'm sure we're gonna, the management, our coaches, they will know what to do at that point, because now we are going to face teams that are they have experience. They're played probably in different areas in the world. Some may probably they've played Eurobasket, some, probably they've been in that stage before. So people are coming with a lot of experience. So I'm sure the coaches and their managements are working on to just know, make it, the training is not gonna be easy. We're gonna probably do more of keep on working on defense, defensive stuff, offensive shooting around and all that. So that is something that they should consider, because now it's important for them to make sure that our shots are falling very well. So it's important for us to shoot a lot.
Mm-hmm. So the preparations has to be even more harder and more tactical.
Yes.
And of course, I can say that you already have a plan. So it's just a matter of enhancing that plan based on whatever, let me say, issues or analysis that came out of that tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as someone who has played a lot of basketball locally, internationally, for both club and national team, what are some of the things that shocked you when you turned professional, as you tried to fit in your new environment and play against athletes or players from different originations?
The challenges, one of the challenges is that, say, like tactics, each coach has different tactics. You know, there's a different ways of playing, different style of playing the game. So me being here, it was a bit I'll say it wasn't that hard, because Lithuania and Spain, they're just a bit the same. The only difference is the speed. So it was, you know, I was able to adapt quick. But also the challenges that I've been having here is in terms of weather. Yeah, it's cold. Also the food. I miss home food. Ugali especially, because, you know, we eat a lot of rice and pasta here. So and also missing the family as well. Me being a mother of one also, I have a son, so it's tough. But I thank God for the, you know, social media. We get to communicate all the time, every single time.
So what do you do to adjust? What do you do to, you know, keep you motivated and, you know, well-driven to perform beside all these challenges, ugali, family, weather, pasta? What do you do? How do you motivate yourself? What do you what do you tell yourself every day that keeps you going?
First of all, before anytime I wake up, I call my son in the morning, I call my son in the afternoon, lunchtime. He keeps me going. My son means a lot to me. He's everything to me. So, and also family. So communicating with family is one of the things that keeps me going. And also, you know, me knowing like what I want and where I'm going also motivates me, because me as a player, I know where I want to be probably for the next, inshallah, you know, if things go well, I know where I'm going. I know the route that I want to take, which way I want to go. So I'll say, being, you know, family plays a big role. And yeah, and me knowing what I want as a basketball player.
Yeah, so far so good. It seems you are on the right track or on the right path. In Spain, you are playing Division 2, right?
Yeah.
Now you're playing at Division 1.
Yeah.
And hopefully your next step will be to the women's NBA in the US.
Yeah, WNBA, that is also, it has always been my dream, actually. So hopefully it will come true. I still believe.
Yeah, so if you know what you want and do what is right, you'll definitely get there. You'll definitely get there. Now, beside your height, how tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
6'2".
Yes.
What other skill do you have that makes you, you know, be valuable for any team that you play for, beside height?
I'm a good, I'm a leader. I'm a leader. I'm a good offensive player. I'm also a good defensive player. So, which is a very important role in the team. Being a leader and be able to work on my offense and defense is something that I learned, and, you know, get to know what I need to do in those areas. So that one has helped me a lot.
So for someone who doesn't know offensive and defensive, what does that mean?
As a player, I keep on telling players, the problem also we have with our players is they don't know what they're bringing on the table. That's the problem. You find a player who only wants to have 20 points. What they forget is defense means a lot. Assist means a lot. You just need to pick where you feel you're good at. There's a place where you need to, somewhere that, you know, there's some things cannot be taught. You know, where things cannot be taught, you have to be good there. You know, things that you need to be taught, you need to know where you can't miss. Like in each and every game, you can't miss probably. Let's say if you're a guard, probably you can miss 5 assists or 10. Maybe if you're a post player like me, you can miss double per game, or you can have 10 rebounds and have 8 points. You just have to pick a specific place where you're good at. And you can't tell me there's no place. There's always somebody who's good at something. So yeah, I'll say that just know what you're good in. Just know what you're good in as a player, and you'll be good to go.
So what does it take to be a good offensive and defensive player? What do one really need to do or understand?
You need to be disciplined. Discipline means you know where to be at the right time. Your timing is good. You know when to jump, when to slide, when to shoot. Also, you have to be a good listener. You have to listen to what the coaches tells you. You need to be a good listener, because when you are in terms of when you have when coach tells you writes a play and ask you to do it, you have to do it. Like, we just need to be disciplined, good listener. And also you need to have you have to be a team player. You need to be able to share that ball. You need to trust each other as teammates.
Okay.
That way things falls into places.
Okay, I get you. Since you started playing basketball, serious basketball, what has been your best performance so far? And is there any key lesson that you've learned that you'd want to teach other colleagues?
Yeah, my best was when we played in Rwanda, Zone 5. We won again. We won against Egypt. The best thing ever. Yeah, that was the best ever. At least now they know what we are capable of. Yeah, and also we did well in Afro basket. Also, we did well. Like, I think we went up in terms of ranking. So that was awesome as well. What I would like to tell people, like, as a player, I would just like to let the players know, like, it's very important to be disciplined. It's very important to be a good listener. It's very important to be a team player. It's very important to be a leader. If you just worked on those 3 things, just being disciplined, team player, and good listener, you will never fail. You can never go wrong with those 3 things.
Okay. So you've been in the national team twice. You've beaten Egypt twice in the national team, and both occasions have been in the finals.
Yeah.
Okay. Egypt has been a powerhouse in Africa, so everybody would love to beat Egypt.
It's our time. They should know that now. Things are not the same.
So that momentum should keep that momentum.
Exactly.
They're beatable. If you believe that they're beatable, you'll beat them. But if you doubt yourself, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, they are beatable. And we have one thing I keep on telling people, like, especially Kenyans, we are very talented. We are blessed, we are very talented. No one can keep up with us. I don't think there's any African country can keep up with us. Sometimes it's just our preparation we start a bit late, and or 1 to 2 stuff. But if we just worked on our preparation, I don't think there's any African team can compete with us.
Okay.
They can't, but the competition we have is just on another level.
Okay. Talent, skill, hard work.
Physical, physically we are strong.
Okay.
We can run. So
yeah, of course, everybody knows all Kenyans can run.
Exactly.
Even the ones who can't do 5 meters.
You have to.
So you've mentioned something about preparations. I remember we had a small chat with the team, just on focusing and believing in yourself and trusting each other. How did that impact on the team?
It really helped us. We were all, I'll say, when you get into that stage as players, some of us, you always, some of us, you are nervous. Some of us, you are not sure of, will I give 100, will I give 50? You're worried about your performance. You have not performed yet, but you're worried, you're like, you don't want to let your country down. So you coming in through for us, like, that one call was just amazing. You made us believe in ourselves. You could see there's a difference. Even somebody was nervous would be like, now I feel like I'm ready. Like, it's not like I wasn't ready, but I was second guessing myself. But now this is the way. I'm ready for this. So it really helped us. It really helped us. If you can just, my request would be, if you continue doing that, even if you could be able to reach out to the clubs also, and even the athletics, because the runners also need that. So it's gonna be amazing if you can continue spreading that gospel you're spreading. It will be it's so helpful.
Yeah, we'll try as much as we can whenever possible. We'll always have a sitting with any team that is available and willing to share. I'm happy and glad to hear that you guys were, you benefited from it and it really helped you. But if I may probe further, you as a person, what did you learn? What did you get that really you felt was important to you?
The relaxing part, the way we were relaxing our muscles, the nervousness just disappeared. And also, the prayer part also as well, putting God first. So I just felt like my body was relaxed and I didn't have tension at all. It released my, I felt like now I'm free. Like I was calm and I was ready for the match.
Yeah, spiritual, physical, and tactical preparations are key in everything. And bringing your body, your mind, and your spirit together is key in anything, not even in sports, even in your personal life. So that's what is more of meditation. No, people sometimes, people do meditation, but they do it differently with different goals. But basically, is to become one. Unite your mind, unite your body, and spirit to be one.
Okay.
To be able to relax, think clearly, and see things. They want to see them. Yeah. So if it helped, I'm happy it helped. I'll continue doing it whenever given an opportunity. My goal is to help wherever I can and make people perform. Not only in my sport, but in any sport. Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Thank you. You've been in Europe for 4 years or less?
I've been in Europe for now, it's 7 years.
Oh, 7 years.
Yes.
Okay. Have you taken any advantage of educational programs that you can enhance yourself academically?
Yeah. Once I'm done playing basketball, probably when I retire, I would really love to be a coach. I would love to coach and share with other teams and younger players what I've experienced and what I've learned on this side, on this part of the country. I've been taking some online classes and also trying to get some one-on-one training sessions with some other coaches, just so that when that time comes, I'll be ready and I'll be good to go. So yes, I'm taking the coaching classes as well.
That's nice. Yes, there's always life after active sports, so
yes,
you need to prepare. You need to prepare. And of course, you never know when you will exit.
Yeah.
And if you're prepared, it will be easy for you. Unlike when you wait until you exit is when you start, thinking of what to do. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's important. Europe, I believe, has some of the best education programs, short and helpful. So
Yeah.
I would advise you take as much as possible, as many as possible, so that
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
just
you.
try to balance and take as many as possible because it will come handy, whether in
Okay.
coaching, leadership, management, therapy, anything sports related. If you'd want to be in the sports field, yeah. So. You've told me that you would one day want to be in WBA in the US.
Yeah.
Do you have specific plans to propel
Not.
you to that level? Because I once talked to a guy from Sudan. He's called Coach Ba. He plays he played college basketball in USA, and now he's playing I think Switzerland. He told me it's not easy to go to play at the NBA level or WNBA level. He told me
Yeah.
everybody wants to do that, to play there, but it's not easy. So unless you specifically put plans in place that can propel you to that level, then it will only be a dream. Do you have any specific plans or
I'll say I
strategy?
agree with. I'll say I will. I agree with him. It's not easy. Um, I had planned to play pro at some point when I was playing Kenyan Premier League. I had a plan to play pro, and it happened because I had plans, like, I was just working on myself, making sure I'm fit, making sure I'm working all the time, making sure I'm taking care of my body. I was able to I thank God I was able to get one of my dreams come true, which is playing professional. Now I'm here. I started with second division, and I really wanted to, to be in a top league. So I also had plans. So I kept on working on second division until I got here. I'll say my point is this: one step at a time. God has every, plans for us. Playing in top leagues was my dream. Playing pro was my dream. So the plan is to keep working and keep doing what we do best. Not to get tired, and believe in ourselves and believing in God also as well. So yeah, the plans in terms of working, I'm still working all the time. I'm still putting effort. I'm still taking care of my body. I'm still doing what I should be doing to get to the next level. So that is something that I won't stop doing until I get there, because we have agents who you never know who's watching.
Yes.
Yeah, things happen. So I'll just keep the faith and keep working. That's the plan. Just not backing up at any point. Just keep on working.
Everything starts with a dream.
Yes.
The dream that becomes real.
Exactly.
Yes, and as long as you pursue your dream and do the things that you need to do, it's possible. Everything started with a dream.
Yeah.
Even going to the moon started with somebody dreaming.
Yeah.
So there's nothing impossible. Just keep on working hard and be very happy one day.
Yeah.
See you play at that level.
It's gonna happen.
Now, you have experienced the local league and the professional league, the setup, the way things are done. You've mentioned that you know very well and you've seen it, and you can attest to that in Kenya we have that skill, we have the talent and everything. But I want to talk about Africa in general. What do you think can be done? Because I think most African countries, actually, besides South Africa, maybe, and a few countries in the north, uh, there's plenty of natural talent.
Yeah.
And you'll find that these African athletes compete at the highest level of events or sports events, like in the Olympics, like Commonwealth, like World Championship, without having proper training. Yeah, they just train naturally, just train the way they know. And some do win, even though when it gets to that level, you need a lot of technical or tactical approach towards your game for you to be able to achieve or win at that level. What do you think can be done to our leagues? Yeah, the local leagues that can also help our players, enhance their performance and also enjoy playing while, while they're in Africa. Not that they have to go to Europe or to America or to any other continent for them to enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things that can be done even to attract sponsors, athletes enjoy the game, the coaches enjoy the game, because sometimes they just play without enjoying. It's just that you have to play and do it the way you know. But there is a way that if it is done, it can be better. You compare the two, or if you can maybe say something that you think can be done, even if it can't bring it to the top, but to some level that can, uh, help both athletes and coaches and even the fans and sponsors.
I think also I agree with you. Like, you don't really have to play in Europe for you to know that you're a good player. Like, you can still play in Africa and just be one of the best players. I feel like sometimes we find so many people work in the right way. But at the end of the day, the problem is normally like giving up. Some of us will give up easily. You feel like there's a way that I wake up in the morning, go to the gym, do my workouts, do my ball work, but nothing is coming. I'm not seeing anyone coming to me. I'm not seeing anyone helping me in 1, 2, 3. I'm still where I am, as much as I'm playing in Africa leagues. I'll say it's important, like, also it's high time for us to start pushing the players. Let's treat basketball as any other game. Player welfare, like, let the players being paid. Let it be that serious. Let's take it as a job, not as a hobby, but work, whereby a player can be able to earn the money, pay the rent, feed their family, do your wedding with with something that you love. So it's high time we start taking that seriously. Be able to treat, not, because I feel like sometimes we take it as a hobby. Somebody just come and plays, and most of the clubs can't be able to, it's self-sponsored. If this player get to be paid like any other job, they'll take it seriously. So I'll say player welfare also is very important. Another thing I'll say, we need sponsors. Like, I think basketball should be taken seriously, just like the way football is being taken seriously. We need the sponsors. We need betting coming in. We need other sponsor coming in, and just to sponsor our games. That way we're gonna it's gonna push, it's gonna make a player feel like, oh, it's something, as the way, our footballers are doing nice. Footballers are doing nice because they have sponsors. So having sponsors also is very important. I think they should come in and try to invest on us as well. Another thing I'll say is also media. We don't get our games. so many medias don't get to our games. They don't get to air our games on TV, on other social media platforms. It's just that this year, young men are trying to go lives while we are playing and all that. But I think also it's a challenge for the media to start airing our games like out there, so that it's also a way of marketing us. It's very important as well. So that way it's gonna be helpful if they air our games. The fans are coming out already. They're giving us support, which is a good thing. But also, I would really love if the clubs will start selling their stuff to these fans, so that they can also, invest using their fans, like selling their jerseys. Yes, merchandise, those kind of things. So yeah, also that it's gonna be okay. It will play a big role in our sport, which we lack now. So I hope that they will come out and just support us, as well as they're doing with footballers.
I'm afraid to say this, but just allow me to say this. KPA, Equity, which other big corporation is sponsoring a team in the league?
Nothing. It's only two. Those two, and probably Twende is somebody it's individual. It's being sponsored by. I don't know who is sponsoring Twende. Thunder, the team.
American.
Yes, I'm not sure who is doing it, who's behind it, but yeah, those are the only teams that now they are.
And then the colleges, ZTech, Strathmore, USIU.
Yeah.
But them, it's more of academic.
Yeah, it's more of academic.
Financial support. It's you are right. You are quite right. You've mentioned football. I think football is benefiting from these betting companies.
Yeah.
I think that's their major and main source of sponsorship. So they are benefiting out of that, and that makes it more popular because they get a lot of coverage, airtime. But basketball and these other sports, I think they rely more on their social media pages.
Yes.
And then maybe brief mention, but not full airtime. That today, But do you know, before 2000, or before I mention that, why athletics is doing well in Kenya? Because they are semi-professionals or they are professionals. It's only that how we define professional athletes is what could be different in terms of payment, but majority are employed and are full-time paid.
Okay.
Yeah, they're full-time paid by the forces.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, most of them are policemen, army men, Air Force, prisons, most a good number. And it's because those departments have taken that initiative to build their sports. They have interdepartmental or inter-forces competition. And even at a world stage, they have, I think, forces, I don't know, or military games. So that, in a way, really helps because these guys are paid just to run. And when you are employed as a sports person, you are exempted from doing certain duties. And I think that would also work very well. Ulinzi has a basketball team. They have a boxing team.
Yeah.
I don't know, Ulinzi. I don't know whether GSU also has teams. Police has. I don't know whether they have a basketball team, but I know they have a hockey team. It's only that athletics is more competitive.
Oh.
These other sports, maybe not many are involved, But before 2000,
Mm-hmm.
before 2000, Kenya was good in football, very good in football, very good in hockey, very good in mostly basketball, football, hockey, because parastatals, before privatization,
Mm-hmm.
the parastatals had teams. They were sponsoring almost all teams. So they had what we call Kekoso Games. Kekoso
Ah.
Games was like an annual games for the parastatals bodies. So parastatal bodies included KPA, Kenya Airways, Kenya Railways, Kenya Power,
Mm-hmm.
uh, these other parastatals. So, but when reforms came in 2000, World Bank came, the World Bank reform,
Mm-hmm.
privatization of these government parastatals, they laid off people, they restructured, and that really messed or interfered with the sports. So
Oh. Okay.
unless the government again uh,
Mm-hmm.
just purpose to have these organizations sponsor teams, and of
Mm-hmm.
course get maybe some advantage out of it,
Okay.
then the league will still not be that competitive, or not that competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And then the level and performance of sports in the country will not go high. So unless the government purpose to have a
Mm-hmm.
policy that can support organizations,
Mm-hmm.
or parastatals in this sense to sponsor, teams in the leagues. I know there's a finance policy that gives, I don't know what term they use, but if you sponsor a team or a tournament, there's some waivers, tax waivers you get, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
that clear. So not everybody, people have embraced it to come in to support the teams. But I understand that structure, unless that structure is clear and is
Mm-hmm.
working, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and athletes will continue suffering.
Is
But
it
it has,
doable?
why not? It's do. Why not? Why not?
Okay.
Why not? It's doable. If police are doing it,
Yeah, we can as well.
army is doing it, all the forces, the prisons are doing it. Why not these other corporations? Yeah. Or if I think the challenge is if all these forces
Mm-hmm.
could have like 10 sports, all of them sponsor 10 sports.
Yeah.
Football, basketball, hockey,
Mm-hmm.
boxing, weightlifting, wrestling, judo, and the level of competition will definitely go high and the
Yeah.
country will perform.
Mm-hmm.
You see, some have 5, some has 2, some have none, some have 10. Depends on, I think, the department and who is running the department. Because it's also a form of creating employment, because they employ athletes just to do that for
Mm-hmm.
them. And
Mm-hmm.
once you're done, now you can
Mm-hmm.
be assigned other duties.
Okay.
Maybe you didn't know Manyala is a policeman.
Oh.
He's a policeman.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so yeah, all of
Oh,
these guys. Ellen Obiri is an army lady.
oh,
Yeah,
I
all
didn't
this
know.
all this. Yeah,
I didn't know.
no, yeah, they're employed. They work. They are on full salary to perform. Yeah,
Maybe the government should look into that as well.
and that's what I'm saying. If a policy would be put in place
Mm-hmm.
just to ensure that all these forces must have those different kinds of sports,
Yeah.
that will create employment. People work hard, will get employment. Even rugby
Mm-hmm.
guys, some rugby guys were employed by, I think, police. I think police. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So it's possible even with basketball. Ulinzi, I know, has a very strong basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the others,
Yeah,
but
I know about Lindsay.
yeah,
Yes.
it's something doable. It's just a matter of having a clear policy on how this can be done, and without, going through tough negotiations with sponsors who might not be willing, or
Okay.
the country can easily move up. You can have a very strong basketball team, a very strong hockey league, a very strong, All right, so I will ask you, following up on what I asked you about your plan to get into NBA, WNBA.
Yeah.
Do you have you see, dreaming, having the vision is different from now the physical plan, the actual plans in terms of managing your your time or your longevity in the basketball sport. I know there are injuries that can easily bring you down. Knees, ankles, back. So unless you are aware and have plans, specific plans on how to manage that, your nutrition, you also mentioned rest, you also mentioned your spirituality. You see, my understanding is nobody just wins by default or by luck. You must have a plan. You must have a way of, thinking on what you want to achieve. So if you don't have a plan, I'm just asking you if you have a plan, on what will enhance your stay in the sport, because injuries can easily take you out very fast. If you don't manage your nutrition well, your speed, your body weight, your strength, you go to the gym, it can really impact on your performance.
Yeah.
So these are things that you think on a day-to-day basis. So which you need to write down and every day look at them and meditate upon them so that you're guided within your dream. Because you will not win by luck. Yeah. You
No.
have to design, you have to come up with a design. You have to design a path to that end. So I don't know whether you have that or imagining quite a lot of things.
To get to the are you asking for us to get to the now that we are in the even a challenging step now that we have qualified for the Olympics? I'll say like I always have a plan. As much as I really don't depend on my I really don't wait for the coach to sit down and give us plan. Personally, me as a player, I always have a plan for myself. Number one, first of all, I think we should all take care of our body. If you don't take something that is gonna put you down, is gonna affect your body on one way or another. If you feel like it's not the right thing to take, don't take it. In terms of injuries, I think it's very important also to know, go for the physios, physiotherapy, see your physiotherapy, get to know how to work with the situation, because no one wants to be injured. That's the that part, it really is not good when it gets to players. Like, unfortunate, we have to go through them sometimes or most of the time. But if you are injured, you have to know how to work with it. It doesn't mean that you give up or, you just need to know how to work with the situation. Also, we have, our mental health is very important in this situation, because we're going to meet tougher teams. People with most of them have experience, probably more than some of us. People have been in the game for years. So we need to just believe in ourselves and just know that I keep on saying that as long as you're playing with your fellow woman, like you're all ladies competing with each other. Everything is possible. We can do what they can do. So there's no fear. You just need to believe in ourselves. Another thing now, I also think that we should just be more disciplined as well. Get to know where you are training. This is not the time for you to just there's some injuries, you can avoid some injuries if you can do indoor training more, it's very important just to avoid some unnecessary injuries, because indoor training and outdoor training are different. That's all I say. And I just want us to keep on working. I don't want us to feel like, as much as we are happy, we are not there yet. As much as we're celebrating, and we are all happy, and we can't get over the situation. We are still working, so we have to keep on working and just believing in our coaches also as well. Listen to them and understand that they know better than us, because that's why they're there. They've been through the situation. They've been in this game for so long. They experienced also. So discipline, mental health, team player, such things, being each other, be your sister keeper, get to know how somebody else is doing also, get to know if everything is okay at home, because sometimes also what beats us at home, when we come back, sometimes it affects us on the game. So let's just take care of each other and get to know how everyone is doing. Keep on checking on each other. So I'll leave the rest to our, coaches and assistant coaches. They know what to do. Yeah.
You've mentioned something about know what you are eating.
Mm-hmm.
And if it is something that is going to hurt your body, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know, in basketball, are guys tested for using performance enhancing substances?
We do. Our medical checkup is it's something else. They get to check everything. They don't leave anything behind. It goes to a point where they have to know, even what lotions you normally use, what type of, because some of things are put in the lipsticks that we are using as ladies, the lotion that we use in our bodies.
Oh.
So they go that far to just make sure that we are doing the right thing. So before we start the season, that's the first thing they do. We go for medical checkup.
The lotions you use, are they being monitored or tested for performance enhancing or for health issues, just skin or?
For performance enhancing, because there's a time we were told, I don't know which there's an athlete in she runs for America, I think. She was using a certain lipstick, not knowing that it had some, it enhanced performance. She didn't know it had something in it. So she was just using blindly, not knowing it was, So when they called her for medical checkup, it was like, why are you doping? Why are you using this and this? And she was so surprised until she was asked, what do you use? Give us, so she was like, I use this is what I use, and this is what I eat. So when they checked, they found, it's from the lipstick that she was using. So here it's important, also the chemicals. They want to know what's in whatever you are you are using in your body for enhancing performance. They also want to know what you eat most of the time, what you put in your body, what you use, your family background, all that counts.
That's new to me. I never knew that lipstick, body lotions could help somebody, enhance somebody's performance.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite new to me.
It is. They say it is. So they are
And
most of the
there's this, you mentioned that as long as you're playing against ladies,
Mm-hmm.
you're not worried.
Yeah.
You're not worried. In athletics, there is this big issue of testosterone levels in female. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you remember the case of the South African athlete.
Yeah.
Don't mention the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've had so many cases, even here locally.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, are you guys also tested for the levels of testosterone in your system, in your league?
No. In basketball, I don't think it counts because we are all, we can't control the way we are born. We can't control the way we are born. I can't, it's not up to me to say that I don't want to be muscular. I don't want to be this, I don't want to be that. It's something that happens naturally. It's something that we are born with it. So we can't control that. So in basketball, it doesn't count. It doesn't matter. If you feel like somebody is more physical, more physical than you, there's a way of doing it. That's why we go to the gym. That's why we do some other stuff. So it doesn't count at all in basketball.
Okay. Yeah, it's big in athletics. So I was wondering whether basketball is
No, it doesn't.
okay.
Though we have we have such people, and
Ah,
there are so many in basketball, but it doesn't count here. It just yes.
okay. Maybe as a way of performing, do you study your opponents and what do you look?
Yes, that is very important. That is something I do. We normally, if we have, let's say we have a match, before we play the match, we have video. We normally have a video to watch all players first of all. So we watch and see and analyze each and every one of us. We have to know our opponents. I'll make sure I know if you're right or left, how you handle the ball, if you're a right-handed person or left. I'll have to know your skills. I'll have to know when you get a ball, which side you turn fast. I will literally check everything. I'll even go as far as looking like, how do you breathe? When I'm on your defense, do you breathe on my face? Do you I'll literally do my homework. I will check you very well. And that is something I always do all the time. So, and that is something also we should consider. I'll say it's very important that's the things we need to do in our local leagues as well. And because we also get to, get the files. Before I play a certain player, I already got a file with me a day before, or 2 days or a week before even I start watching the video and analyze with the coach and everything. I've already gone through your file. I know what kind of a player you are. So that really helps me a lot because now I come prepared. I know your weakness. I know your strength.
Mm, mm.
Yes.
That sounds thorough. And
It is.
when you are prepared well in advance, it gives you easy time and and can put in a plan, put in place
Yeah.
a plan to help you. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. That's very thorough. Now, I want you to help me understand this. Basketball is a team sport, and sometimes selection becomes a challenge to the coaches. Most of the time, most of the time, people rely on experience. and maybe the statistics. Is there any other tool beside experience and the statistics that a coach can rely on just to ensure that the team that they put in place can perform? Especially like now, you guys have one tournament away to the Olympics. Are there any other suggestions that you could give to your coaches just to ensure that the team that is put in place is a team that will work together, a team that will execute as expected, so that you can make it to the Olympics?
Yeah, apart from stats, you have to be disciplined. I'll say discipline it's very important. You have to be disciplined as a player. You know, also I'll say you have to be a good listener, because if you're not a good listener, even you won't see yourself on stats anymore. When coach orders you to do a certain things while you're playing in the game, and then you decide not to do what she asked you to do, because remember, when you're inside, when you're playing, you don't see yourself, you don't get to watch yourself until it's at the end of the game. That's the only time you can be able to see yourself. But remember, the coaches see as they watch the game outside, so you might not see your weakness at that point, but he sees everything. So you have to be a good listener. You have to be disciplined. I keep on saying, you have to be able to work with each and everyone. You have to be able to share that ball. You have to be able to be a team player. You have to be a leader. So stats is not everything. You might be having a good start, but you are indisciplined. You're not going to be having, and I don't think if you have a good start, you must be a disciplined player. You must be a good listener. So it all comes. It's a package. It comes as a package. So yeah, as long as we are all disciplined, as long as we are all good listeners, as long as you are team players, as long as you're going to be leaders in the game, we should be okay. We should be just fine.
But stats, are they objective enough to be relied upon? Because people achieve them based on different environments. I could be playing against weaker teams, so my stats, and sometimes you playing against difficult opponents, so your stats are not as high in terms of scoring, or so stats, sometimes I don't find them very objective. Yeah, to be relied upon in terms of making a selections. But you mentioned leadership, team, and being a good listener. Yeah, of course, discipline is key. Listening is key.
Yeah.
So, but most of the time we tend to rely on statistics. Myself, I used to be a fan of it, but it reached a point where I said, no, it's not fair to everybody. Sometimes you need to look on other things further and find other things that.
I agree with you. Because we have some players that we have some players who don't have it's not a one. We have some players who will only, you see them on stats according to what their teammates are giving them. Example, you might have a player who is very fast. So when I get that ball, I just have to throw it to her because she's very fast. So without you, there's no her. Yeah. So she depends on your passes for her to be on stats. If you decide that I'll not pass the ball to her anytime, I'm done passing the ball, how will she be on stats? So we know each other's weakness, we know each other's strength. So I'll say, yeah, some stats is not everything, as much as people feel it's everything. Other things count as well. Yeah.
What about you've only mentioned playing, you mentioned about your spiritual But you've not mentioned anything on social. Do you find time for social life? Because for you to be balanced, for you to maintain that mental health, like in Europe, do you, or where you play, do you guys have that social aspect of, just ensuring that you are a balanced person?
Yes, we do. We do. Like today, we had we came together as teammates. We just, coach gave, you are given, it's a game, it's like a game where you are given a piece of paper, written someone's name, your teammate's name. So whatever you pick, you have to buy a Christmas gift for them. And then we get to meet, have dinner, just talk about some normal stuff away from basket. And then after that, we get to exchange the gifts. So, and we also get to know each other personally, because we all have life besides basketball. That is something we do all the time. We also, create time and we have a male team as well. So we get to go out, just sit, watch the game, support them. Yes, it's something that we do most of the time. Yes.
I remember we did that, my place of work, choose names randomly and then buy something.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing. It's awesome. Like,
yeah, sometimes you choose people you like, sometimes you choose people you're not so, you don't even know what to buy them, and you're not supposed to ask them.
Yes. So we just, so that's how, that's where you get to, it's important for you to know your teammates. Sometimes, go out, get to understand what they like, what do they do, how is it, how they spend their time doing what, just be more than you can, good friends, because, as much as we all came from different countries, it doesn't mean you can be friends.
In your team, how many nationalities do you have?
In my team, we have 2 Americans, and we have 2 who are coming from Belarus, and then me, 1 coming from Africa, Kenya. So, yeah.
The entire team, how many are you in total?
5. We are 10.
Yeah, 10. So the rest are locals?
Yes, the rest are locals.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. And in some other countries, you only allowed 3 foreigners. In Spain, they only allow 2 or 3 foreigners. Here, they allow, because we are 5. Yes, and sometimes we are all playing at the same time. So.
Oh, okay.
It's just, I'll say, I don't know how they do it, but it's amazing. Okay. It's advantage for them. Yeah.
So we're almost coming to the end. Just like to ask, you've worked with so many coaches at different levels.
Yeah.
Any single advice you can give coaches in terms of handling amateur athletes, especially now in your country, Kenya, that you believe can make a difference in an athlete's career?
Yes. I'll tell the coaches that when you're working with us, treat us like professionals. Let us do things like professionals. Let us put in our mind that I'm a professional and I need to work as one. I need to carry myself as one. Once we start thinking like that, everything changes. Because sometimes the reason I'm saying this, it's good to remind our players, is because now a lot of things are happening. You find yourself, you have worked the whole week from Monday to, let's say, Saturday in the morning. Then in the evening, you go out clubbing, you drink a lot or something. It takes a lot of work to get to sweat it out. You need a lot of running to sweat it out. So that's what I was saying, like, when the coaches are training our youths, train them like professionals. Let them put that in mind so that they know how to carry themselves, how to control themselves. and how to manage their body, what to take in and what not to take in.
Okay. Second last question. Second last question. I think you mentioned this, but it didn't come out clearly as Mercy, as you now.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing in
Lithuania.
Lithuania.
Yes.
There's something you are offering that team. There's
Mm-hmm.
a reason why they chose you. What is it that you as Mercy know very well that if you bring me in your team, you will not miss?
I'm defensive. My defense, I'm good at on my defense. As much as I'm good on my offense, you can't compare with my defense. Defense winners titles. If you have a player who can pick rebounds for you, who can play a good defense for you, you are safe. I say that. So that is one thing that I will never miss. That is one thing I will never let anyone down. And most of the coaches want that in their team. So I'm that kind of a player.
Okay. And what are you missing that you would want to enhance?
Currently, I'm just still working on my. Sometimes I second guess my 3-point shots. That is something I'm still working on. Sometimes, being power forward and also centers, not every one of us gets to give that 3-point shots. It needs a lot of confidence. I'm still working on mine, and it's it's not that bad. I think so far so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The fact that you know what you're good at and what you still need to work on,
Mm-hmm.
that's good enough as an athlete, as a professional athlete.
Yeah.
As we had said before, you must have a plan. You must know what exactly you need to do for you to be able to move to the next level.
Yeah.
So probably any parting shot to anyone athlete who would want to play at a higher level than you've played?
I say believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Just keep working. They say, how, if you think of how bad you want that thing, then you're the way you work to get where you want to get should be like, it should be the same. It should be the same level. Your work ethic should just show like, this is how bad I want whatever I want. So yeah, I just let them know, or let anyone out there know, that we should just keep working. We're not giving up. Just keep working, trusting in yourself, believe in God if you believe so, because I do. Yeah, things will be okay. Your work will show.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I know you have a very busy schedule. Today was your off day.
Yeah.
Taking more than an hour, but again, I appreciate so much.
You're welcome.
Yes, whatever discussion that we've had, and I know somebody listening out there has picked one or two things that can help grow their sport. I mean, their performance in basketball or any other sport. Otherwise, again, thank you so much, and I know we'll be having much more such conversations in the future.
Yes, I just request if you can be recording some of your sessions and send it to us, because some of us who are especially playing in Europe, sometimes, we are mentally challenged a lot. So it's something that we will really appreciate and we will really love if we could be able to find a way of getting your teachings. I don't know how you're going to do it, but personally, I think it's gonna help, because being away from the family, it's so challenging, and being in, in the country that, you don't know anyone. So we'll appreciate if you can be able to work with us as well.
Okay, no problem. We'll see what we can do. We are always ready and willing to support wherever possible. Yeah.
Thank you.
Otherwise, and I'll also point you to a website where you can find some of these, discussions, not necessarily on motivation, but athletes, coaches, just to keep on learning and sharing, just about
Thank you.
sharing and
We'll
learning.
appreciate that. I'll appreciate that.
All right, thank you so much, and have a good evening.
Thank you. You too have a good night.
Thank you so much.